And welcome to a new Let's Play. This is Fall of the Dungeon Guardians, released by Mana Games in 2015. And I must admit, this is completely blind. I have not seen more than a few stills on the Steam store page about this game until now. I have briefly done some research about it to work out what I'm getting myself into. And I have to admit that the developer has been incredibly hard on himself in his, what he called a post-mortem of this game. I skimmed a bit of that, and I hope that his concerns are misplaced, but we're going to dive into this because I didn't want to put myself off. I didn't read the entire post-mortem. I think I went as far as reading that this is one of the longest dungeon crawlers to beat or something like that, and immediately had flashbacks to Mail's Crystal Dragon Let's Play. What did catch my attention is the mention that the rules for this particular crawler are unique, and it comes across as them being quite specialized. I'm curious as to what the hell that means, so we're going to click new game and see what happens. Oh, I am, let's see, I have my settings, I have turned my audio down a bit. Where was something I wanted to just showcase? Interface, not there. You can actually turn off excess monsters. I'm going to turn that off to begin with, because I'm curious as to what the heck that actually does. Because if we end up with slaughter maps, then yeah, I'm cool with that. I've left the difficulty, that's all set to default. Helpers, I'm assuming this is like the feedback options in Baldur's Gate. So we've got auto saves, auto pause, not that we've got any pausing. And my video options, I just want to show one other thing. The difference between the bare minimum and the best to graphics settings are not huge. This is a really good looking game regardless. Oh, and I've got my gamma turned up because I noticed in my raw video while I was audio testing that it was really dark, so hopefully this fixes that. Okay, now we're going to click on new game and see what happens. Oh. Almost no difficulty at all, you'll have to understand. Only have to understand. Oh dear. Well, let's not quite go there. You'll have to be a bit careful, but even if you're not familiar with video games, you should reach the end of the game. I think it would be... I appreciate the descriptions, but a more IRL description of what these actually do would be handy, especially where there are so many difficulty settings. Yeah, without for example, in Baldur's Gate, you've got the slider for your difficulty, and it will tell you what each one does. For example, you know, enemies do twice the damage, or you take twice the damage, or you gain resistances, or whatever it might be. That would be a really helpful thing in a menu with so many options, because, for example, the difference between I'm not too die and hey not too rough, I think, is as simple as ammo pickups being doubled in I'm too young to die, and even that information could be useful. It would be really nice to know which one to take. I think we're going to go on Explorer, because I don't want these all, frankly, from the description of them, right there, without using active pause, the game will be very challenging. I don't want something that's going to be frustrating while I'm also trying to think of crap to ramble on about. So we're going to go on Explorer. We're going to take the scenic route. I imagine we're going to be changing this. Let's see, there's a ring on the bottom left of the screen. Not yet, there's... Oh, I see. You should notice it, but not too easily. You should be able to guess... You should be able to guess its whole shape is golden. Not only the top. So what happens when I do this? Fuck all happens when I do this. I don't quite know what that wants me to do, whereas this one, that's what it is on default, and it's incredibly dark. I mean, it looks normal for me, but what you're seeing on screen is a lot darker than that. So I'm going to go here, and if people say turn it down, then we all know I'm going to max that thing out. Let's see. Autosave after fights, yes. We're going to leave all of this for now. New game. What does it do? Loading screen. Yep. You're a new recruit, right? I was waiting for you. Come on up, let's get you to your new job. Oh, he does have pupils. They're in there somewhere. Take a last look at the sunlight. You won't see it again for a long time. Hang on, this is a pretty long descent. I hope you're not afraid of heights. So you want to be a guardian in the jail down there, right? Take a hint, I'm not replying. I'm not interested in small talk. I'm sorry to ask, but my hairs aren't what they used to be. What's your gender? Oh my lord. Watch me check his gender. Play as Aurelia. Savage! Oh man. What do you mean exactly? Ouch. I mean, what's your name? Oh wow, he has no chill. It's a beautiful name. It reminds me of a pig I had once. I'm liking this guy more and more. Don't stay quiet like this. Instead, tell me what is your race. Oh wow. I'd want to say half-elf, but Aurelia is usually a paladin, which is invariably human, depending on what rule set you're playing with. Oh, wow. So what? I didn't say anything, did you? Anyway, what kind of guardian are you looking to be in our jail? Let's see. I like to cut things. I'm a mage, a guard. See, I wonder, I'd like to assume that's the closest thing to a paladin option. I don't want to be a healer. Thank you, I'm glad she said it. So I take a sip of my coffee and realise that I made myself a real one instead of a decaf at this time of night. Oh, there you are, a fresh recruit at last. I'm the warden of this prison, and in my spare time I cosplay as the Michelin Man. I wanted to personally welcome you here. I've heard of all your exploits. No, I'm kidding, I got no idea who the fuck you are, I just heard the lift coming down. I'm sure you're a nobody like all the other guardians we have here. Come on, follow me, I'll show you to the guardian quarters. Let you have a good night's sleep, and first thing tomorrow I'll get you to your assignment. And we're teleported into the first room of Legend of Grimrock. Hey, lazy bum, get up. Finally, you're awake. You've just slept through a full-scale riot. Oh, too soon, dude. Too soon. All the prisoners escaped. All 15 of them. Don't ask me how, but I was busy trying to stop the fire that burned down my office. Obviously, something is very wrong here, so I have to evacuate the prison by the lift. But I can't let the prisoners get away. They didn't take the lift, so they must have fled through the dungeon. And you know that when I see you, I see a leader, a real hero, so I'm promoting you to Chief of the Interception Squad, with a ranking FNG. How lucky are you? It's only your first day and you get responsibilities. Don't worry, I won't let you take back all the prisoners by yourself. You can pick 3 other fools, I meant heroes, just like you, amongst our valuable guardians to accompany you in your noble quest. Custom. Tank. Not fucking around. Back. Can I change? I can't seem to change avatar. That's all I wanted to do. You are the soul of this guardian. Oh, I see. I can change. They're the avatars I can pick from. Okay. We got Gimli over here. Unless we've got a healer, a damage dealer. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Oh, I see. We can pick from a short list here. Well then. Let's see. Necromancer, Druid, or Priestess. And what do we have here? Warlock, Man-at-Arms, Ranger, Elementalist. Okay, so much for... I guess this is what I mean by custom, is we can pick and choose from a bag of pre-made characters. I don't see an option to create our... Oh, here we go, create Guardian. Right effing there. Right, well, I want to make an elf. Male... We'll make Mr. Blackwell straight up. Can be a mage. Let's see. Where is the death magic spell? Death magic category. Invokes fire and frost to obliterate his enemies, whether in group or alone. Speed and precision to build intricate flows of arcane. Stuff. So same weapons for each. I'd like to know more about the distinction between an arcanist and an elementalist, honestly. Let's see. Oh, do you think I give a flying toss? Elementalist. Blackwell's always struck me as less elemental in his yeah, I reckon we can go with him. He looks Blackwell-y enough. Worst sex tape ever. Okay, we'll take that one. Alright, so we got Blackwell. We will now create a healer, I suppose. Oh, we had a dark elf there that whole time. They probably would have made a better one for a mage as well. We go back. We're just going to... Oh my god. Dark elf. Male. Yes, we want to overwrite him. He can be a mage. Arcanist. Keep guy. Icky voice. There we go. Right, that makes more sense. Now we'll make a healer. Let's see. Herbert West is a human. He is a male. Oh, crap. Yep. Healer. Heal over time. Shielding the tank can also heal when required. Steals the life of enemies to heal the party. I'm going to assume that that's as good as a cleric. And there's something remotely learned in appearance. He looks too young, but I don't see an alternative. And who else do we need? We need a roguelike or a thief. We've got our tank, we need something on someone else, so I want to go with -1 elf, and this will be Lyra. rogue. She will be, let's see, fast and tricky tactics, or expert at avoiding being hit. Ranger seems to fit her more, even though Ranger is typically what we would think of as, well, fucking tank. Fist, dagger, sword, axe, mace. Or maybe we'll go duelist, just for something different. And Lyra is... her namesake is blonde. That's as good as we're getting. Okay. And I just want to redo Aurelia because I'd rather just start that one from scratch. Also because there's a redhead portrait. Let's see, a warrior. Here we go, paladin. What did we get given? Protector or something? Paladin. Okay. And there's our party. Aurelia, Blackwell. I will actually pick number 2 can be Lyra, Blackwell, and Herb. And there's our party. We're only 16 minutes in already. If you use an incorrect specialization for your party members, the game can get extremely unbalanced and you might be able to survive. Pick another specialization, except if you know the game well. There's seriously? There's a specialization that doesn't match her role in the party. I do what I want. What do we have? Oh, okay, I have to actually... Can I get to that? Oh, well, I can't know what that was. The game punished me for not realizing I have to click and hold. Oh, I see that friggin' skeleton down there. Oh well. So this is the room we started. Now I'm going to click and hold. There we go. Quarter black bread. Cannot use during combat. Now, so we're not playing Skyrim. Dish that restores 75 health points. Haste is lowered by 5% for 20 seconds after use. This lowering can stack up to 5 times. Wow, that's actually a little bit... I'm not going to say disorienting, but it just feels awkward moving things to my inventory like that. This really is the start room from Legend of Grimrock, by the way. The choice is yours. Either perish in this cell or pick up the torch. Hey milady, I guess it's time we introduce ourselves. I'm Lyra and I'm a damage dealer. I'm convinced we'll succeed in our mission. I'm Mr. Blackwell and I'm a damage dealer. I sure hope we'll make it. Howdy, I'm Herbert West, I'm a healer. And oh, we're dead meat. Yeah, that's act for him. I'm Aurelia, I'm a tank and I'm your leader in this operation, I guess. While leader, I will endeavor not to get all of us killed. Let's see. We'll all get out of here alive. We all trust you. Our quest is vain. Hey boss, you'll have to lower that lever to exit the room. Well, if you're having to tell the leader how to use a fucking switch, then it's not looking good for the rest of the mission, is it? Now, did we get to keep the secret button from the start of Grimrock? Oh, you can also have motion blur, which I've turned off because I value not throwing up on my keyboard. I want to pick that up. I feel like I should be able to get to that. It's frustrating that I've lost the ability to investigate whatever the hell that is. That better not be a game essential item. That being said, this is really pretty still. This is not bad. This is not, you know, unattractive or unappealing. I question how well I'm going to go if the game's telling me that it doesn't like having a paladin in the front slot of the party. But hopefully the scenic mode difficulty setting we've got will counterbalance that. Nothing in here. It is just dark, it's not only, not you. The most dangerous criminals of the kingdom were jailed in these quarters, and now they're all gone, there's no one left. Restricted area. Authorized personnel only. Coat hook. Do we get like a light spell or something? Blackwell. Oh, can we... Oh, please tell me I can swap party members. There we go. I definitely want our front row, consisting of the two people who can swing swords, and not any of the people who are very squishy on the wrong end of a sword. There's the armory, or what's left of it. Unfortunately, there's nothing left that's useful for us, so no need to lose time here. I see a sword right there. Awful guard sword. Quality garbage. Okay, well, what's out in our inventory? We've got... Is it a shared inventory? It's a shared inventory between all four people. You have no idea how little I like that. Well... Move that to our inventory for now. It can't hurt because you never know if we'll find pressure plates or something else that we need to weigh down. Oh, into the fire, please. There's nothing natural about this fire. I'm afraid so. We should move on. Select a target first. I can't just attack the wall. Okay, well that tells me straight up that there's not going to be too much hidden behind things. Hey, we can burn to death. This is cool. I also don't appear to be taking a huge amount of damage. I'm just curious as to whether there's any obvious secret buttons. I must admit that I'm taking this in remarkably good spirits. Let's see. So that's our healing spell. No, oh yeah, that is the person I wanted to be healing. Oh, let's have a look at what these swords do. Guard sword. Ah, it does compare to what we're using. So what do we have? Damage 7. Damage 9. These are in fact rubbish. What about you? You are using... oh, it's a fire wand? Why are you compare... oh, it's comparing all people who can use this. Okay. It's a short sword. Okay, so you can't see, so I'm just gonna... so pretend that those two bottom left... bottom right windows are still there. That one is comparing it to what he's got, so what she's got. This one is comparing it to other party members that can use it. And what the heck are you? Oh, that is the most unusual menu icon I've seen. We got armor. More armor. What are you? You are a fire wand. Oh, you both got fire wands. Okay. Don't ask why they have a necromancer working the guard shift in their prison. We healed really quickly too. All of the prisoners have escaped. We have to hurry if we want to catch them before they find their way out of the dungeon. Or before they get eaten by some of the creatures roaming around. Well, we could just let that problem solve itself. I see a thing! How do I get to the thing? Which idle pebble in the wall is the secret button? That's the main cell where most of the prisoners were piled up. If you want to look around or up down, just right click and drag your mouse. Okay, that's just a little bit too specific. Oh, here we go, we can attack. Okay. Combat doesn't, I have to admit, the combat doesn't feel half as solid as, well, anything. I will reserve my judgment until we find a live enemy to see if it's in real time or turn-based. I'm kind of hoping it's turn-based, in the same vein as Might and Magic. What I do like is when you look up and down, it stays up or down. Unlike, say, Legend of Grimrock, where it's only looking up or down for as long as you've got your mouse. For example, I'm holding my right mouse button now, but if I let go in Grimrock, it would have snapped back to the center. Here, I've actually got free roaming. It will stay up there, and I can examine the moss on the ceiling if I really wanted to. What's in here aside from a shitload of darkness? Oh, that's it, really, just a shitload of darkness. Something growling. What I'd like to do is not go down there yet. What I'd like to do is see what I can do to get in there. There is a scroll in there that I would like. I have no idea how to get to it. No buttons. I want that scroll. Yeah, that's an oddly satisfying noise. Okay, well, I guess we'll just have to make do without whatever's in there. Well, it's like probably an Easter egg of some kind. Can we put things through the gate? We can. Can we throw things through the gate? We can! Oh, I could almost... That's cool that you can actually throw things. Could almost somehow get that out of there. Of course, we've just lost that sword now too. Whoops. We'll just go this way now. Damn, one skeleton roamed to our side of the rift. As they do. Okay, to attack it. Okay, so tutorial mode. So it would seem to be turn-based. Now, I'm just looking at Lyra's health. And yes, she's actually regenerating. Okay, health regens pretty quickly. That pile of bones does nothing. We can just spend half an hour attacking these. That's more like it. Oh, we can attack. I just realized we can attack the square next to us as well. That's cool. Boy, thank you. What I need to do though is pick a key to attack that's actually options, controls, bindings. Where's attack? It's currently you. I want to set it there. Reason being is that I'm using my my keypad. Look down, grab the bread. Reason being is that I want to be able to attack with my keys as well. I don't want to have to go through the just the tedium of moving my mouse to click on the screen each time, because, you know, Ugh, effort. Okay. Well, this is all interesting and whatnot, but is there a... There doesn't seem to be a hunger mechanic. So that's worth noting. We have a map. Or what will eventually be a map. A dialogue log. A dialogue, get it? I'll go. Talent tree, that should be pretty empty for me. Wow, things I'm gonna totally look up and learn how they work instead of just spamming buttons. Have a good trip. Looks like the warden's plan didn't go as he had hoped. Nope. Doesn't change our orders though. It surely doesn't change our path. Only one exit left out of this death trap. Okay. Well, we're at half an hour and we've got 2 skeletons up there, so... Oh, can we attack them from here? If we can attack them from here... Nope. Okay, so that will be next episode's thing then. We'll do a quick save. And a regular save. And next episode we shall attack some skeletons. Until then, cheers.